Hey guys, so I'm back today with another stash kit. So this one is very big. So the previous one was quite small, so apparently I went to the other extreme and it's gigantic. But in all honesty, I do have, I'm going to be using this kit mostly for my pictures from France from when I went to France in June and at the end of June. So I have planned about 50 layouts for that, but I don't think I'm going to be scrapping 50 layouts with this kit. But I do have the capacity to use this kit a lot, as if I don't get bored with it, that is. So yes, but for this month, I only have 8 videos scheduled, 8 process videos scheduled. So there will be at least 8 layouts using this kit this month. We'll see. If I may decide to make more layouts, so probably the process videos will probably be spread out throughout the year. But you'll see all the layouts in the layout share in the Killer Kit video at the end of the month. So as I said again, it is a gigantic kit. And there's a lot of things in here that I do want to try and get used up. Although most of it, not only is it gigantic, most of the things I'm using is brand new, never touched before products. So this, I'm very excited to use it because it's all new stuff. On the other hand, it's going to be a lot harder for me to use packages up because they're full. But anyway, so I based off the kit from this Click Clack collection by Toga. This collection I bought when I was in Paris in 2016, and I haven't even used it once. I think I've used one wood veneer on a layout. And it has French sentiments, and since I bought it in France, I thought, why not use it for pictures from France? It's just a lot of cameras, so it's very generic. It's a very generic theme that can be used for multiple different pictures. So there's all the papers. I'm going to do a quick flip through. So it's primarily like a light blue color, a pink, a bit of purple. There's a purplish pink, but I have pulled in some purple from other places in the kit. There's some teal color kind of thing. There's black. There's some hints of a beigey, yellowish kind of color. So I thought that would be a great starting off point. So this is the piece of paper that I was looking at as my inspiration piece, just because it has all the colors. So that's a 6x8 pad. And then from this collection, I also have the die cut pack, which has 44 pieces, and I have not used a single one. I have the chipboard, which has 20 pieces. And then I have the wood veneer, which has 10 pieces, so I think there's 9 left. So there's that. I'm going to put those to the side and keep this paper, try to keep it at the top here. Now moving on to the paper, there is a lot of paper. So I'm going to start with the 6x6 paper pads. So, okay. So first off, I pulled out this Vintage Colors Nature by Craft Sensations. It's a 6x12 paper pad that I got from my last trip to France in June, the one I'm going to be scrapbooking, and it matches some of the pictures from that trip very nicely. There's a weird shade going on. Let me see if I can. Okay, maybe maybe this will work better. All right, it's okay. Anyway, so there's like that beigey color that matches really nicely. And then there's blue basically that matches my picture. It's very nice. And the blue is it's a bit distressed, but the blue is not a complete match. It's pretty close though. It's good enough. And I have some other papers that match better. I'm gonna move the camera again. Sorry guys. Okay, so that's a full paper pack with 24 sheets of paper. And then I pulled in the what is this? Vintage Bliss. Yes, I pulled in the Vintage Bliss collection from Simple Stories because it does have a bit more of a cream-based colors, and it has a lot of florals and butterflies as well. So that kind of goes with, and it matches this one as well very, very nicely, but it also kind of matches this. So maybe we can tie things in together. So there is a lot of butterfly, flower kind of things going on in this kit because I do have a lot of pictures from gardens and such. So I thought, why not just add all the butterflies? Then I have this paper pad again. Also, there's a lot of things from last month's kit in here as well. So I do have the +1 paper as well because there's the blacks and some grays that I thought would go well. And there's also some florals in here as well. There's some green too if I have any left. The blue, I don't think it's actually, that blue might match very nicely. Yeah, that's a very, very good match. So I thought that would be put to good use. Also, you'll note that there's not a lot of 12 by 12 papers in here because I'm going to be doing my fancy album in an A4 size, which is about 8.5 by 11, give or take a few centimeters. So I tried to use up some of my A4 sized pattern paper. So that's primarily what's in this kit. Okay, then I added the Dear Lizzie Happy Place. Is it Happy Place? Oh, I can't remember. I think it's Happy Place. Let me just check. Yes, it's Happy Place collection. It's a summer collection. It's summer. There are some water elements like the butter. Oh, for Pete's sakes, the bubbles, some swans and whatnot. But the colors work nicely. So I might be able to incorporate some of this, especially like this fruit paper. I have some pictures from a farmer's market, so it might be a good opportunity to use some of those papers up. And this is from the Lovely Day collection. I don't know why it's in here. And I mean, I've barely touched this paper pad. There's a good amount of it left, so there's that. It also brings in a bit of this more hot pink that's in the paper. I should lower this down a bit. This is gonna get really messy, guys. I'm trying to keep everything in frame, but yeah, okay. I'm just gonna get rid of the 6x6 since I can't really see anything. Okay, and then from the Happy Place, I also have some scraps. So there's that. Then I pulled out, so there's silver and gold metallics in this. I could use both since I plan to make a lot of layouts. I pulled out this metallic, I don't know what it's called, just some gold foiled heart paper. I'm gonna put that off camera because it's reflecting a lot. It's gonna glare. So then I have a beautiful floral. So that blue is a nice match, and the pink as well. Also brings in some green. And then I just have some blue scraps, green. So I did bring in some green as well, even though it's not dominant in my inspiration piece, but it arose from some other papers that I had pulled. And again, a lot of gardens are gonna be scrapbooked. So I felt like I could use some green as opposed to just keeping it to blue and pink. Pink stripe. Here's this gorgeous floral. So this brings in both the green and a little bit of purple. Some more blue. This is actually quite a good match to the blue in the paper pad. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the paper on camera, but I will try. It's just a plain pink polka dot. Some purple, pink, what are these, clouds? And just another pink stripe. This was also from my kit from last month because I was just gonna tidy it away, but then I saw that it matched with something, so I'm just adding it in. Black and the pink, so it works fine. And I did pull out my 2 vellum sheets that I have that are florals. So this one is a reddish rose, probably going to be a bit harder for me to incorporate on a page with this kit, but it's flowers, so I just added it in. One more piece of vellum is not going to make the difference. And then this one has, let me see if I can find some white. So this one has the greens, the pinks, bluish kind of purple, so maybe that could work. It is very bold, very saturated coloring, so it will probably be the star of the page if I do end up using that. Probably not any more paper will be used with that. And I added this cut apart sheet from Maggie Holmes. And another, this is from Dear Lizzie, Lovely Day. There's the pink and the blue. It works really nicely, so I thought, why not? This is the only full, no. This is one of the 2 full 12 by 12 sheets that I have in here. And this purple kind of thing. Here's another piece of scrap paper. Here's the inspiration piece. And then I have this paper here, which brings in a bit of a darker blue as well, and has some yellowish green hues to it, but I think it works well fine. It goes with the yellow here as well, so I could probably combine that or something, or just add yellow through embellishments. I have this butterfly paper. Oh, the back is gorgeous too. I had not noticed the back. What's on the back of this? Oh, that could work. This could work too. So both sides of that. So this side has some glitter on it as well. And then this heart paper. So these 3 papers are not an exact match with the kit, like the exact tones, but they're close enough that I think I can make them work, or even just make one page just using these 3 papers or something along those lines. Then this one I thought worked really well because it does have some of that brown beige color that's in this vintage paper pad. Here's another floral paper. This again, this blue is very, it's off. But if there's not a lot of other blues, if it's just with the light blue, it could work possibly. We shall see. And then here's another piece of that paper. And then the last thing of paper, see, was such a big kit. Okay. And then I have this paper pad, or at least what's left of it. This is from Tiger. And it has some of the purples, like I think this could work very, very nicely. Also brings in some yellow. There's another shade of kind of a mintish green that could possibly work. This mustard yellow might be a bit harder to incorporate, but we'll see. Oh, this one actually might match that, this paper. Not really. I don't know. We'll see. But I just added in the whole thing. This yellow might work. There's a stripe here. This one might be easier to use. So there's that. Also, this brings a bit of red. There is a very, very small hint of red in this collection, not on this particular piece of paper, but let me just see if I can find like this paper here with the cameras. It has some red, so it's a very small hint, but it's good to have just a bit just in case I need it. So I'm gonna pick up all this paper because there's no way everything's gonna fit on camera. So that is all of the paper. Let's see how much I actually use up. Okay, what now? Okay, I'll show you the cardstock. So I don't normally, usually when I make kits, cardstock, mixed media, alphas, stamps, all that kind of thing, I don't include them in the kit. I just pull them in from the stash unless there's one or two that I know I want to make sure I use, then I'll add them in the kit. But because I'll be exclusively working with this kit probably throughout the month, and it's quite huge, I don't think I'll need to be pulling anything in other than alphas. I decided to pull out all of my A4 sized cardstock and just have it on the side on the side of my desk or on the floor or something, so it's easily accessible when I need it. So basically I have standard white. I have a lot of white cardstock. So yeah, so I have some left in here. I have another 20 sheets here, and then I have 20 more sheets. This one's a bit stronger. It's 200. It's 200, whatever that is, whereas this one is 60. But they're both fine. There's that, and then I have some color cardstock that this is basically this is the one I wanted to keep in mind, because when I make 12 by 12 pages, I don't really have the opportunity to use colored cardstock because I can't get that easily. And when I do buy things online, or when I go to the States and buy paper, I'm not gonna buy cardstock, I'm gonna buy pattern paper. So I thought it would be a nice opportunity to use some color cardstock. So I have some pink, some yellow, some blue. The blue, there's not a ton left. It's one of the thinner packages, and then I have 2 shades of green, and the greens are quite full. This green actually will match really nicely, I think, and this one could be a bit more of a bold statement if I need it. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna like keep those on the side of my desk, under my desk or something. So they're easily accessible. Okay, now let's go to embellishments. All right, let's see. I'm gonna bring back this inspiration piece just so I can kind of show you. Okay, so in my tray that is very, very big, it's overflowing. I might need to find a new tray for this kit. I have the Vicky Boutin. I think these were from her first collection. And again, there's the blues, the purples. There's also some, it's a bit distressed, so it could work with the vintage papers. There's some butterflies and florals in here as well. And then I do have my Ellie Studio cut aparts that I was using last month, because there's some hints of red that I mentioned earlier. There's the pink, there's the gray, there's some yellow. Not all of them will work, but I just left them all in there just because they were already in there. And then I was gonna put these away, but I noticed that I really like how the navy works with some of the patterns. Like if you ignore the black over here, the navy looks very nice. So I have 2 options of a dark color, a navy and a black. I don't really use them together for me personally. And then I did leave these punch-out hearts in because it's just a rainbow thing, and you never know when you need some sort of they're a very good embellishment starter, like a base for an embellishment cluster. So I just left them in here because who knows if I will need them, although I did add a lot of embellishments. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to find a second container or something. So I'll leave those on here on camera as well. Okay. I also pull these in just to have a sense. Or actually, those might glare a bit. I'll just leave them up there on the side. Okay, then I did pull in my bullet sticker journal, a sticker book that I just got from France, because there's over 700 stickers. Most of them are pretty generic. I'm sure there's a couple that will work. I could use some of these animals for some garden pictures. There's food, there's labels, there are a lot of gorgeous florals. So I thought I could for sure find a couple of stickers from in here to use. And just kind of start getting into that sticker book. And then I did bring in this wood veneer, which is all about Paris. Now, we were only in Paris for a day, and we really didn't do anything because me and my father both been to Paris before, and we were going to leave the next day. So we went to Sacré-Cœur and Montmartre because we didn't go there last time we were there. But it's not, I don't know how much of this I will actually use. I might scrapbook some pictures from other Paris trips, perhaps, although those are wintry and this is a summer kit. Anyway, but I might use some of the hearts or the birds. Probably not the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that. We'll see. But I did add those in there just to have them in mind. Okay, now look at this huge stack of embellishments. It's gigantic. So I'm just gonna start working through it. We're already at 20 minutes. I'm sorry guys, this is a very long video. Okay, so I brought back the most of the embellishments from my previous kit that I didn't use. So I have some wood veneer, circle things, I don't know what to call those, medallions maybe. I have the ampersands, and I do have some enamel dots because there's a black, there's a navy, there's this teal and the pink, and a bit of gold. Although gold is not really, I mean, there is some gold hints actually throughout the kit, so who knows. I don't know about the glitter part of it. Anyway, I did bring in this acrylic word because why not? I also brought my new rhinestones into the mix, and they're purple, so will help balance some of the purple that I already included in the kit. Even though the purple I have is more of a lavender color, whereas this is more of a, it's a bright purple. Well, actually, I have some other rhinestones as well. I'm just gonna go get those real quick. So these are smaller, but you got the green, the silver, it's a blue, a lavenderish purple. So I'm just gonna add all of these in here. They're a great final little touch. Here's some stray paper from the paper pad. I did bring in the Chamel Little by Little sticker book. There's a black alpha, there's some hints of red, blue, the purple, there's some darker green, there's florals, there's some yellow. So we'll see if I end up using any of this. There's also some navy, so I thought the colors worked well. So there is that. And I also have the LOL chipboard phrase stickers. These are from an Amy Tangerine collection. I don't remember which one. I haven't used any of these. The ones that were up here have just fallen down. So there's both the blue and the black that could easily work, and then there's also some pinks and some lighter blues and whatnot that I can probably make work. So I do have quite a few titling options. So I have this, and I have some other sets as well, but I'll probably end up spelling out titles as well. I am gonna pull in both of these wood buttons, because why not? I mean, we have the green, there's some butterflies on here, there's the blue, there's some purple, there's black, so it works, and I haven't used those in a while. I have this sheet with one enamel dot on it, so I'm going to try and use that up. It's a mint green kind of color, which I thought worked. I'm also going to add these stickers because we have black. There's a lavender kind of purple. There's that hint of red. There's also this beige kind of color, which will work well with the vintage papers. So there's that. I'm also going to add in these pink paisley Atlas Insta Kit thing because it's travel themed. There's a blue, the pink, and why not? And I haven't used this either. Maybe I've used one or two cards. Okay, and I'm going to add a few chipboard sets. So I have the family one, which I'm probably not going to use all that much, but I thought, why not add it because it was me and my dad on the trip. But there's not a lot of it left. The ones that's left is more of like a generic family kind of thing as opposed to just me and my dad. So we'll see. But I just thought, why not add it and see what happens. And then I also have the travel themed one that has the greens and the blues and the blacks, and some red. So it works nicely, and hopefully I can get one of these sleeves empty. See, this is it's very huge, guys. It's ridiculous how big this kit is. I'm gonna add in this white bow because why not? And then this is a thing that I've had for a very long time. It's from IKEA, and it's a bunch of butterflies. So I thought I could finally use this. This does have like a gold, bronze, metallic though, so that won't be used with any of the silver things. But I thought it would work because of the pinks. Here's another sort of titling option. A lot of this is Pink Fresh from the mix #1. Now, a lot of this stuff is kind of inspirational that won't really work for most of the layouts I'm doing, but there's still these like chevron things, and there's some very generic words that I can use, like XOXO, life noted. I'm not sure about that red though, might be too much red. Currently can be easily used as well. So, I mean, I'm not going to kill this because of the reason that it's very inspirational, and I need very, very story-based layouts in order to make most of these work. They're good prompts, though. I also put in these napkins because they were in my container that I have with like my project starters, things I want to use this summer. So here's the lavender, and I've had this for over a year and I haven't used them. There's this cool butterfly it does have some orange, but we'll see. I could cut that out actually, because I mean there's 4, the thing with napkins is there's 4 sides, so I can use them multiple times. So there we go. And there's this bird kind of thing, which I see cutting in half and using them separately. You know, those love birds. And then these are, this is just a nest that could work with the garden, and it is that vintagey kind of beige color that goes with that paper pad very nicely. I'm also adding in the white lace because I still haven't used it. And then there's a bunch of Ellie Studio and Citrus Twist stuff left, I think. So I have this, so I had 2 of these washi sets, so I'm just going to add the one in here, and this is from Ellie Studio. Again, it has the purples and greens and whatnot. I'm not going to add this chipboard. I probably won't use a lot because it's a Valentine's Day themed chipboard. But I could use this adorable, here's some purple hearts, like this reddish pink could work, like the XO. There's a lot of things that could work. Probably not all of this hearts, because there's some, or like you are more than enough, that I know I won't use, even though it's the right color, but just, why not add that in? Then I have, sorry about that pause, I have these letters again on the title option. Mostly I just pulled this in for this happy, the purple word. The hearts work as well. I don't know, the yellow might be able to be incorporated. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'm also adding this pink alpha. Some labels, so like blues and greens, purple on here. And then it's not ending. It goes on and on. This is so huge. Okay, this pastel color set works very nicely as well with travels, like for example magical, favorite eats. We had some go-to restaurants even though we were there for 3 days, so that could work. I added the cardstock stickers because why not. I added some pink word stickers, this black and white chipboard, and these nice words again. There's more. Okay, so then this is the label set that was included in my July kit as well. So there's that. And then there's these 2 letter options, which I don't know if I'll use, but I thought the pink was a nice addition. Then I have these yellow words because I noticed there wasn't enough yellow. There were some hints of yellow here and there, so I needed a few more hints. So there's that, and then there's also these hearts, which has a green, the blue, and the yellow. And then I'm also adding in these white Ellie Studio letters and numbers, just to remember that I have them and to use them. Again, I'll probably pull in a lot more alphas as I go through the kit. And then I have 2 stamp sets. So the one is this new floral one that could work with garden pictures, and then I have this Paris themed one. Again, I probably won't use it unless I scrapbook pictures from a previous France trip. And then last thing, I promise, we have all of my clips collection. So there's these ones, my golden triangle clips, and then I did just go ahead and pull in this whole container as opposed to picking some out because I do want to have these on hand and I can't let them loose because glitter will get everywhere. And then there's some like bicycle clips, there's hearts and arrows in here, and then here's just, these are some bullseye clips. So that will be on my desk permanently for this month as well. So huge kit. It's a very large pile. I am gonna go ahead and organize it probably in my container from IKEA because it is such a huge kit. So it'll make it easier for me to flip through. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see what I come up with this kit. I hope I will see you next time.